Hey guys, and welcome back to Deku Tarot and to your weekly tarot reading for May 25th through the 31st of 2020. So we're back, and do be sure to check out your June 2020 readings. Those are going up as quickly as I possibly can do them. And happy birthday to all of my Geminis. It is now officially Gemini season. So stick around at the end, guys. I have some announcements like why I can't get into Instagram and why I haven't done my weeklies last week and why I wasn't able to do the May monthlies. So stick around at the end for those announcements. But let's get right into the astrology here. So a lot has happened astrologically, right? We can all feel that, right? Because of last week. We had 3 major outer planets go retrograde. So with Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter, all of these outer planets that are retrograding, they actually retrograde much slower because they are such large outer planets. So this is actually going to feel a lot similar to how we felt in January. And the reason for that is there's going to be possibly this return of an influence that was similar to that that happened at the outbreak, actually, of COVID-19 in January. So this is when Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto all aligned on January 12th, kind of signifying the real beginning of the outbreak and the beginning of this whole COVID-19 situation. So I'll be interested to see at what this kind of energy brings up, especially, you know, beginning this week and moving forward. We're just gonna have to keep an eye on it to make sure, you know, we're not going into some type of second wave of it or something else. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on this and see where it's going. The only other really big thing astrologically that's happening is Thursday, May 28th, we have Mercury moving into Cancer. And later in June, it will be retrograding in Cancer. So watch out for that. It's gonna hit its pre-shadow June 2nd. All right, and with that, that's all the astrology for this week. So we're gonna get right into the reading now. All right, Libras, so we're using the Ethereal Visions Tarot here, and we're going to look at your week ahead. All right, so let's pull a few more here. And if your monthly for June isn't up already, it will be up this coming week, so keep an eye out, guys, for entering June. All right, let's get one more here for advice. I do feel that you guys have some changes. I mean, I feel in general, I mean, as we step into June, I've been picking up a lot on, there's a lot of change and flux, and things might not be changing as quickly as we'd like them to be, especially not with such large planets retrograding and then Venus retrograding. And by the end of June, we'll have Mercury retrograding as well. So there's a lot of this need to pull back and to not rush forward, and to not need things to be rushed on ahead. And I know that that's very difficult right now. Your advice makes me laugh. I know that that's difficult right now because things have been moving really slow for quite a while. And if you guys don't believe I understand it, before this quarantine already started, I was taking it easy, taking things slow because I had surgery. And then I got surgery, I was taking it slow, and then we had the quarantine. So I feel like I've personally been quarantined for like half a year now. I'm starting to lose my mind, but you know, sometimes you have to do what's best, even if it doesn't seem like it, even if things don't make sense right now. We kind of have to just play it by ear because you really don't know what's going on. Anyway, so that's kind of a frustrating little side, well, not side, but kind of a core energy to this week. However, there's some positive stuff here. Sorry guys, I feel like I was thinking my eye here. 4 of Wands is a really wonderful card to get. It's your first card out here for your theme this week. So there is a lot of harmony and peace to be had exactly where you are. For me, especially when you get it, strangely enough, with the 4 of Pentacles reversed, if you are desiring a specific type of life, because, you know, sometimes when I see the 4 of Wands, sometimes it isn't always harmony in the now, you know, we're already there. This is more of a focus, a goal, you know, this is the place where we think that we can finally celebrate, finally getting there, you know, wow, I got to that job position, I have that money, I live in that home, I'm living in a way that I have seen myself living. And interestingly enough, you know, not interestingly enough, because I'm sure everybody has watched this show, but I was watching The Office, and I've actually been listening to the Office Ladies podcast, which, if you guys really want a heartwarming, happy podcast, and it's just feeling good, you're learning about a series that you like, again, if you like The Office and you enjoyed it, I've been really enjoying that while I've been doing a lot of animating lately, and it's just been wonderful. But she brings up this one time, I think it's in the Boys and Girls episode, Jenna Fisher does, where she says, you know, Pam has this dream, and they talk about, you know, what are your dreams? You know, what would you like to be when you get older? Like, you know, what was something that, like, an unrealized childhood dream? And she's like, oh, you know, I always wanted to live in this house. And like, it actually came from a real place from her side of, you know, wanting to live not just in this little terrace, like have a little terrace on her house, but to live in this really cool round room where she could, you know, go out and see stuff. And it was this really awesome vision that she wanted to live in this home that had this. And so when I see the Four of Wands, sometimes I see that as, you know, our goal, our vision, our dream, the place where we finally feel, you know, when I get that, I'm going to celebrate. That's my through the glass ceiling, or, you know, through the glass door there. But Four of Pentacles reversed right next to it signifies a need to let go of where you are in order to get there. Or for me, honestly, it can also mean that your dreams might be changing. Your idea of what that perfect harmonious place is might have changed, and you might decide now that it's something else. It might have something to do with the Venus retrograde. Your tastes are changing, something. But there is a need to let go of what you're desperately holding on to or clinging to that holds you back from realizing those dreams, or from changing those dreams to something that works out and is more fulfilling to you. You know, something that really is a dream now than maybe what it was before. Dreams can change. What you desire out of life changes as you grow older. And I think a lot of people, you know, that marry their high school sweethearts and crazy things like that realize that maybe a little too late. I'm not trying to get on relationships like that, but I just think people change so much. Your goals, your ideas, your dreams, your hopes, you're changing. You always change. And I can feel that this week that you are in flux here. There is change and you desire something. Two of Cups is actually your energy and what you're putting out this week, you know, how you're feeling. There's a lot of love, and there's also this desire to give back to those who have given you that full cup. And also for me, especially in combination with that Four of Wands and Four of Pentacles reversed, it's like, what do you really want to do? What do you love? And I'm going to pull one more here. I think this has a lot to do with career, just because career actually comes up as the star. So there's a lot of hopes and dreams about what you want your life to look like, maybe in terms of your career and what your career brings, where you want to live, what you're doing. You are now imagining a different life. And I think that you're ready to go for it with the Two of Cups, because the Two of Cups says, I love this and I'm ready to put my heart and soul into this cup and offer it over here to you. This is a fair exchange. I would like to make an exchange. I would like to offer this to you. I would like to have these two things become one, or this idea, you know, that I'm presenting here. I would like it. Yeah. You have something very serious you want to do. For some of you, it's, you know, a path in your career that maybe you've been fighting really following. Maybe it's, you know, we've had this desire, that's been hidden, or that we've had to push aside because of practical reasons and making money and what, you know, the capitalistic society tells us to do. Believe me, I would be in the same position if I decided not to follow this path that you seem to be following now. Or you one day wake up and you're like, why am I sitting at this desk? Why am I doing this shit? Like, I'm much better than this. I'm more prepared for this. I have something I really want to do, and something that I know I'm good at, and that I know is going to happen. So take those ideas and realize them. Put them out there. The Emperor says, you've got it all. What are you waiting for? It's mature. It's able to see with real conviction, you know, what you want to do, what you want to create, and how you're going to get there. This person, much like the Emperor, realizes their plans, realizes their ideas, and puts them into action, makes them, creates them, does what needs to be done. This person is a maker, a doer, a thinker, a leader. So it's time to take leader and authority in your life here. If you want your life to look a certain way, you've got to start taking accountability for your own dreams and believing in them and making them happen. There's rejuvenation and a transcendent way of life that is waiting for you here. So what you want is not far off, and you can make it happen. You just have needed to have the confidence. You've needed to step away. And again, you're also ruled by Venus, much like Taurus. We get comfortable. We get comfortable where we are. We don't want to let things go. And you guys aren't known to be the best at making decisions. So when you have to make a decision this week, let it come in naturally. What I get with the Two of Swords and the Knight of Swords, you will have decisions that you need to make. And it might be difficult, but you need to trust your gut and your intuition first and foremost. What comes for, you know, what is that? Also another office thing, but it's the only thing I can think of for this example. It's like, you know, like when they're all asking, like, what do you want to do about Jan? What do you want to do about Jan? And then, I think it's Phyllis. She's like, what do you want to do about Jan? He's like, I want to break up with Jan. And then everyone's like, oh, he just said it like that. But that's sometimes the only way. If you really can't make a decision, you've kind of got to push yourself and yell something. And then you're going to know your truth. I don't know why I'm shuffling. But maybe it's because there's one more that needs to come out. Love is looking interesting. And I really wouldn't... Yeah, see, this is where that comes out. I see now. Let's talk about love for a second, then I want to get back to this. Your reading is quite powerful this week. I think it's just everyone's readings are really hitting a certain type of energy. Two of Pentacles, the Well, and the Devil here. For me, this feels like, again, there's change and flux. What kind of love life do you want? The Well is a card that was made, actually, by... well, I can't think of his name right now. Where's the box? Hold on. Let me find my box here. I don't know why I can't think of the artist and the name of this deck right now. Trying to look through my boxes here. Well, regardless, with the Well for me is kind of a cistern, a womb of all life. Well, I'm looking for this. Hold on one second, guys. I think I have it. Where is it? There it is. Oh my gosh, why did I want to call it that? I almost wanted to call it something else. This is the Ethereal Visions deck by Matt Hughes. Some days you forget, okay? It's been a long week for me. I've been doing a lot of animating and haven't been sleeping much, so forgive me, guys. Anyways, but it is the place where your ideas are able to transform. It's kind of, again, like this creatrix type of energy, this really beautiful place where you can... This is the birthplace of ideas of what you want. It's a nurturing, beautiful place where you can create an opportunity, where you can nurture love, where you can nurture a new type of love. But again, with the Two of Pentacles, there's change and flux, and we have to recognize where the devil lies. Where are our attachments in this relationship and toxic energies? Where are we not communicating normally? What is the problem that keeps coming back up? It's Venus retrograde. It's going to keep coming back up because you have to deal with it. And we have to find a new way to nurture this relationship, to work through these things. If we want to nurture and give opportunity and new life to this, that, you know, a new kind of birthplace for this relationship, we're going to have to work on some things. We're going to have to face some demons, some devils, some nasty, nasty energy here. Of what holds us back, of what is painful, of what is not right, of toxic areas in the relationship, bad behaviors. We're going to have to face these things and come to terms with it. And yet, this is also a really beautiful energy because it's helping you to create a better place for your relationship to grow and thrive. And that card that came out in terms of this career stuff, I think a lot of you are afraid because you might not, A, think that you're good enough. That could just be a thing, but... Also, I think it has a lot to do with the people around you, the life that you've built around you. You've gotten a little bit too comfortable, but it's time to move forward. So are you holding yourself back because, you know, you feel bad leaving these people, you feel bad leaving this situation, you feel bad leaving that job, but it's not giving you the money and the sustenance and the home energy anymore. And you need to step away from that. You can't tie yourself to things because you feel you owe it to them, because you feel that they couldn't do it without you. All those things are great, but they're going to be fine without you. And if you need to move forward and, you know, jump on your chariot and drive it towards your own successes and your dreams, then it's time to do so. And it's time to start, even if you don't do this week, because again, with so much in retrograde, nothing is moving that fast. Take your time through this, but realize that your dreams, your desires, your hopes are much more important here this week than you have allowed them to be. Let's pull a Stacey DeMarco. We're just going to pull one today because I feel like your messages have gone on longer and have been very powerful. There's been a lot of major arcana in the readings this week, so do check out your readings for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Ooh. We'll get you. Oh, I love this card. This is a very good card to get. Okay. Skull of Flowers, creating through the ashes. So... sometimes we wish for a life different from the one we have, and that can mean radical change. Sometimes to have that new life, everything falls apart to make it so, and that can be uncomfortable. We may lose our relationships or they may change. We might lose a job, have to move house, or become ill. All big events that lead to a reassessment of the how of our lives. The Skull of Flowers illustrates that there is a sureness and yet a rawness to creating again, to starting afresh. Sometimes the universe gives us a blank slate to work from so we can build what we really want rather than just settling for less. The Skull of Flowers celebrates not just a kind of phoenix energy, but an energy of success and full bloom through adversity. And that is the most perfect message for you guys this week. That is absolutely just on point with this reading. So I hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful and blessed week, my lovely Libras. Make sure to check out your monthlies. All right, guys, do make sure to check out your monthlies. Do make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you do want to book a private reading, guys, all that information is always right below this video in the description box. Do check out Truly Divine for some really amazing astrology and numerology chart analysis. They do compatibility reports that just are incredible. So you can use my code Deku30 for 30% off of any purchase that you make with them. You can use it as many times as you want. You can send it to as many people that can also use it as many times as they want. So use that, guys. It's also in my description box. And so if you are trying to get in contact with me on Instagram right now, I don't know what's going on. I'm stuck in this verification loop and I cannot like get on for like even more than like, it's like crazy. I get on and then I'm off again. And then I have to go through all these crazy things because Instagram doesn't have support or help and is not responding to me. So this has been a really frustrating and difficult time. So if you're wondering again, you know, why I'm not responding on Instagram, why, you know, I'm not posting anything, it's because I can't get on right now. And I don't know what the heck is going on. And it'd be great if a interface with billions of users like Instagram had support and help that actually responded, but they don't. So it's frustrating. Also, I just wasn't able to do the weeklies last week because I was sick. I still haven't gotten my results back because that's Florida for you. It's been like over a week. They were like, we're going to get them back to you within 1 to 2 days. So who knows right now? And I'm feeling a lot better, obviously. So hopefully it wasn't that. But I'll keep you guys updated on that as well. Thank you again for all of your support, guys. Make sure to leave me a comment. Make sure to subscribe and have a blessed week. Namaste.